Welcome back to my channel for my short follow-up video on my giveaway here, the brand new still sealed Sony A7 V. And I was overwhelmed by the comments people dropped in these 2 weeks, which was basically the time period for round 1 of this giveaway. And now we need to enter the second phase, which is another 2 weeks where everyone in the community can vote who should become the winner of this brand new Sony A7 V, which is still sealed and has here in Switzerland a price tag of 2,599 Swiss franc and is originally purchased by me with my own money from the Sony Center in Zurich. And I will now very quickly walk you through my findings, and then I will guide you directly into the voting process, which will last another 2 weeks. Let's kick this off. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please do so. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, support my work. Many thanks for that. All right, the camera is still here. You see it. It's all in one box and it will have an owner in about 2 weeks. A new owner, of course, because currently I'm the owner. And I will ship the camera to the winner of this competition at my own cost and expenses, of course. This is really a giving back situation I wanted to generate with my video 2 weeks back when I started this giveaway process. And let me now quickly show you what the outcome was. I closed the competition for round number 1 on Sunday because I posted the video about my giveaway Sunday 2 weeks back. Then 2 weeks were over, so I closed the comment dropping session. And now we are in the voting period in a moment, as soon as I posted this video and as soon as I had the chance, the opportunity to quickly explain to you in this video here how the voting is working. All right, let's go to the video and the comment section and let's look into the results. And first of all, this was for me an overwhelming exercise. I can really tell you. I did read each and every single comment. I think I also replied to all comments just to leave my mark that I have read it. And I selected out of these, what did we see here at the beginning? It's 562 comments. And I picked almost 100 of them, which immediately convinced me. And then I tell you in a moment how I further proceeded to actually select 5 comments. I will also show you clusters of these comments. And there was one cluster which was particularly nice and shows the great attitude of people in the channel community. There were a whole bunch of people saying, it's great you do a giveaway, it's a great camera, but I actually don't need that camera. I already have my dream gear, or I have enough financial means to actually purchase any camera I want. Please give the camera to someone who really needs it and who will really do great things in photography with that new camera. And that is a great attitude, right? I really like that. And if you look here, overwhelming and a lot of emotions flowing into these stories where people shared very openly what their current family situation is, what age they have, what their plans are for taking their photography to the next level. It was a very personal bunch of hours for me going through all these comments and then making a selection which ones I like the most. And each and every comment was appreciated. I can truly tell you, there was not a single hater comment. There was not a single person who had not a good reason to win and own this camera. And I really like that. The video also had a good reach. If I go back to the very beginning here and scroll through the comment section, you see 72,000 views. YouTube here still says 13 days ago. There are always a few hours time inconsistencies here, but the video was posted on Sunday 2 weeks ago. It's Sunday evening again. So it was time for me to close it and we proceed to the next stage of the competition now. But a big, big thank you to all of you who participated. A big thank to all of you for your openness, for your honesty, for the great stories you shared, and in particular also to those in the community who said, I don't need it, give it to someone else. Just a great outcome. Shows how diverse we are as photographers and photo enthusiasts. and also shows that this is a great community. Now, out of these more than 500 comments where people applied, I actually selected 95 comments, which I found is a reasonable long list of comments which hit me most. That doesn't mean that there was a single comment that didn't hit me in one or the other way. By the way, some people also created poems here, which I separated. Look at that, Stuart Novick here. I want a Sony A7 V. Oh, what a sight. My old one hunts for focus day and night. Very nice, very creative. Here another one. I want to be the very best, like no camera ever was. To capture them is my real test. Gonna trade my A7 Mark III for the A7 Mark V. I will travel across the land, and so on and so on. So people were really creative, and these 95 comments, they're my long list. You see them all here. I even picked late comments coming in today. I really wanted to make the time window as large, as wide as possible. But now we have to come to the second phase of the competition, of course. When going through the comments, and I'm restricting myself now to the long list of 95 comments I showed you before, I identified 5 basic patterns or clusters how people think about creating with a camera. And I find this very, very interesting. And the first cluster is about changing my life path. Starting something new if I get the opportunity and the chance. And one person here says, if I win this camera, I'm quitting my job the next day and starting something of my own. And by the way, if you find your YouTube name on these statements, it's not exactly your wording. I really compressed them in a very short, eye-catching statement. And if that is not okay for you, I apologize upfront. But I think that was the best way for me to get it on the slides. And I really tried hard to keep the core, the essence of your message. Or here, I work full-time in a grocery store. I've been saving for years to open my own photo studio. And that is the problem in photography for a lot of very ambitious people who might become very great photographers. Professional gear is expensive, and if you cannot afford it, you might miss a chance to take your photography to the next level. The second cluster here is about preserving what matters, not losing memories. And I start with the very first one. My parents are getting older. I just want real photos of them before it's too late. What a great reason why this person wants to win the camera. That's what photography is about. Or here the second comment, my island's culture is fading. I want to capture it before it disappears. Very nice, very good statement. The third cluster is about creative vision and identity. I want to create a portrait series of ordinary people, or capturing the quiet moments of making art with more clarity and heart. Or it's about capturing the world exactly as I see it, not missing a single moment. These are all good reasons to win this camera. Creative vision and identity, seeing the world through your lens, and by the professional capabilities of a camera like the Sony A7 Mark V, maybe taking your so far photography to the next level. The fourth cluster is about building something professional. Or you could say turning it into something real. For instance, upgrading isn't financially possible right now, but this would elevate my work. That's a statement I've seen many times in these more than 500 comments. Professional photography gear is just expensive, and a lot of people don't have the budget. And I think a giveaway, like I'm trying to do it here, is a good opportunity for one person to maybe getting the chance to take it to the next level, although the budget originally would not have allowed for a camera like a Sony A7 Mark V. And then the last cluster here is about documenting life, and that is the one where I think a lot of emotion comes into the statements. My friends and I won't be close forever. I want photos of us now, from Bubblegum9783. I think this is a fantastic reason, and it's something I realized in my own life. You have your life phase as a kid. You are, at school, then maybe at university, in education, learning a profession, what have you. Then your first jobs, you might move from time to time, go from one city to the other city, from one country to the other country. And very often you lose people you had in a certain life phase being with you. And some years later, you kind of lost contact. But if you took photos, if you documented what you did together, you will never forget these moments, which hopefully are something you will also in retrospective enjoy. And that is a really good reason to participate in this competition and trying to win a pro camera like a Sony A7 Mark V. Okay, so now it's time to decide on the 5 finalists, and here are my choices. I boiled this down from the 95 comments I just quickly walked you through. And finalist number 1 is Chess for UU. And the voting statement you will see is saving for years to build a photo studio. I will only show these short statements. Otherwise, if I show the full comment, it will get too small and people cannot read it, which was a problem I had to deal with in my first giveaway. But I show you here in the video, of course, the full comment. And what Chess for UU says is, I'm a full-time helper at a local grocery store and I always wanted to own a photo studio of my own. If I win this camera, I'd rent a place from my savings. So here someone already made preparations from the past 3 to 4 years and would love to start doing what I always dreamed of. And that is finalist number 1 in the category Changing My Life Path and Decisive Moves. Finalist number 2 on preserving what matters is about protecting culture and nature, and the statement you will see to vote on is document fading island culture. And the finalist is Joni Boy Got Chronic, and the full comment is congrats and so on. My island's culture is fading as social media dilutes our traditions among the youth. It's my lifelong dream to use this A7 Mark V to create a high quality archive, capturing a wonder journey before it disappears. I need this tool to preserve our heritage for the future. I hope I get considered. Warm greetings from Aruba. I, of course, Googled a lot of information about Aruba before I made that decision. And the gentleman's name is Jonathan German. Joni Boy Got Chronic is finalist number 2. On Creative Vision, I decided for Risk 2. And the voting statement you will see for your vote is growing creative identity and opportunities. And try to boil this down a little bit. Here's someone, and it's Risk 2, finalist number 3, started with an entry-level DSLR, kept going and so on, but didn't feel like a real photographer. I kept showing up until I became one. Congratulations on that, my friend. And I'm now starting to see real opportunities in photography, filming weddings, concerts, competitions, behind the scenes, etc. So here's someone who has built up a reputation of moving from being a photo enthusiast into a recognized professional photographer. And there are opportunities the person wants to follow up with, but the professional gear is still missing. And the person says further, I'm capturing moments that only happen once. An A7 V would help elevate the work I'm already creating and help me keep growing into the next level of my career. Yes, hopefully people will consider this finalist number 3. And maybe if enough people vote for you, the camera will be yours and you can actually continue that already great journey you are currently on. Finalist number 4 is adventure_photo. The voting statement you will see is daily professional use mindset. And he says, hi, Matt, congratulations. Thanks for being so kind, giving back. Most people want this camera. I'd use it daily, professionally, intentionally. You hear the passion in these statements? From paid jobs to personal work, it wouldn't be a price. The A7 V would immediately become part of my workflow, used daily to create work that clients rely on and images that actually last. I think this is a great comment for professional growth. This is finalist number 4, adventure_photo. And number 5, about storytelling and exploration, capturing journeys. The statement you will have to vote on is explain physics through video. And the person here is Stat7199. And the person is a graduate student in theoretical physics at the University of Geneva, so right here in Switzerland, and recently published a paper in the Physics Journal of the Royal Swedish Academy of Sciences, solving a 50-year-old problem in quantum mechanics. There are a lot of exciting consequences of these findings that I will soon be publishing and want to produce. And here is the photo job, a series of high-quality videos documenting the work for both the scientific community and YouTube. Thanks for the opportunity. Well, congratulations, you're finalist number 5. And if enough people vote on your statement, you will get a chance to document your work in quantum mechanics. And that comment also resonated with me, and I want to quickly share a very short statement. My dream is for many years to get a chance to get a full day at the CERN Institute in Geneva, particle physics, quantum mechanics, to document their work. That is something I really would love to do. So far, I had no clue how to get into it. And if someone of you has an idea, drop me a comment. I will follow up. So here are the 5 finalists. That's 7199, Explain Physics Through Video, Adventure_Photo, Daily Professional Use Mindset, Risk 2, Growing Creative Identity and Opportunities. And then we have Joni Boy Got Chronic, Document Fading Island Culture. And we have Jess for UU, Saving 4 Years to Build a Photo Studio. Now, last time when I was doing a giveaway, I was here in the Posts tab and I basically let people vote here. I'm currently intentionally signed out of Google, and up to 4 different alternatives I can offer here. I cannot offer 5. That was the problem with the voting here in this Sony A7 Mark V giveaway. So I cannot do the voting under the Posts tab on my channel. So I set up a Google form, and I will show it to you in a moment. And I will, of course, post the link down below in the info box. And if you click that link, you will automatically redirect it to that voting page, which I'm going to show you in a moment. So it's not working in the usual community section of my channel, and you need to be aware of that, of course. So what you do is you insert here the link, and then you come to that form. And you see here, this is the Sony A7 Mark V giveaway from @mathphotographer. Please vote for your favorite finalist. Make sure you've watched the corresponding video before voting, which is this one here. You're watching it. Bravo. So you already did that. 1 vote per person. That's why a Google login is required to keep it fair, and none of your personal data is stored. So most of you will be logged in anyway to your Google account when you surf and browse the internet. And if you're not logged in, you need to log in, but your email address is not stored. I have absolutely no use for your email address. All that is stored is actually your vote. And here you can basically checkbox your favorite finalist. You see this here? You can checkbox just one. Let's say we go to Fading Island Culture, then you send it. And if you send it, you will get a confirmation. Your answer was stored. And that's basically it. It's German here, of course, because very likely it recognizes my IP address here in Switzerland. And that's all. That's the way you vote. You can only vote once. That's why I have the Google login. I don't think it is required, but I have done it in this way. Your personal data, like your email address or account data, is not stored here. It's a plain vanilla Google form. All right, you saw how the voting process is working. Now it's up to you. 2 weeks to go. And by the way, for those of you who are disappointed that they have not been in the finalist selection, one of those 5 I just introduced to you, this will not be the last giveaway on the channel. Currently, subscriber numbers are going up and engagement goes up, views are going up. And I think we have a huge potential to get in this community to make this channel even bigger. And the bigger it is, the more you have headroom for giveaways. And from time to time, this is my 2nd giveaway here. From time to time, I'm very happy to give back and give someone in the community the chance to win something extraordinary for her or his photography. All right, that's it. That's all I wanted to say and show. As I said before, it's supposed to be a short video. You're all now invited to vote. And you have 5 finalists, 5 statements, and you can drop your vote and help that one of the 5 will be the lucky winner of this brand new Sony A7 Mark V. If you liked that video, don't forget to drop me a thumbs up. Stay tuned on my channel. There's always more to come. Thanks for watching. Stay safe and healthy. And of course, peace out.